Hello, everybody, and welcome back to A Plague Tale Innocence. We are hopping back into chapter 3 now, exactly where we left off last time. This is another chapter that is actually relatively short, but introduces some more game mechanics. And from this point on, we're going to have to be very, very careful to pick up as many crafting materials as we can. That is one thing I will caution going forward. I may miss some due to the fact that I'm trying to make progress at the same time as playing, so I might not be as thorough as I would be on my own. But because this game is linear and it is easy to miss things, always, always, always keep your eye out for crafting supplies.
Whoa. Why are there candles?
The candles are to show that you're thinking of someone.
Oh, can I light one?
If you want to. Don't burn yourself.
Thank you. For Mummy and Daddy.
Watch over them.
It makes me really sad to think about how absolutely defeated Amicia sounds and how defeated she must feel. The way out is through that ladder, but we're going to make sure to do a full sweep of the church first.
It's funny. The sound here.
There's an echo.
Hello!
Hugo, there might be people here.
Oh.
As with most things in this game, the crafting supplies will all have a white outline, a glow to them, so they're pretty easy to spot. And especially if we get into the darkness and it's nighttime, it can be pretty easy to spot them. So just make sure to grab things as you go along. If you want to here, you can say a little prayer.
Forgive me for the evil I have just committed. I never...
Amicia, you're really squeezing me.
Sorry.
So obviously trying to digest the fact that she's just murdered two people in cold blood. She did it in the name of defending herself, but that's still very, very difficult. Over here in this corner of the room is a collectible.
Oh, a necklace.
It's a rosary.
What's it for?
Praying.
Can I use it to talk to Mummy and Daddy?
We'll do it together.
That's all that there is in the church, but again, just kind of sweep your camera back and forth.
Hey, look! There's a broken window.
That's
on the
usually what
ladder.
I do.
Could be our way out.
Once you're satisfied, you've got everything,
Climb up.
I hope it doesn't break like the other one.
we'll go on
It
and
won't,
head
Hugo.
out.
Trust me.
Amicia, there's someone there.
Children, what are you doing here?
Father, we need help.
Leave! It's dangerous! You have no business being here!
Wait, please. It's important. We should go and talk to
And
him.
you can see it even in the little cutscene that the items are glowing way, way, way in the distance.
Is he the one who knows where Laurentius is?
It has to be him. It has to.
Oh, they've broken everything.
What's going on here?
Perhaps they're building bigger beds?
I don't think that's it.
So obviously this place is in a huge state of disarray. There's no more angry villagers, but all is not well just because it's a church. And I hope that priest will be able to help us.
I know that smell.
Medicinal herbs. The monks must have put them in the water to purify themselves.
This
Mother
obviously
used to do the
used
same.
to be a bathing area. But, I mean, everything is just destroyed. Being abandoned is one thing, but it's just interesting that everything is just completely broken down and destroyed. No nice scenery for us, unfortunately. Before I go into the courtyard, I'm going to go all the way to the end. I'll grab this glowing thing here.
Flowers. They're so pretty. They're carnations. We had some in my herbarium. But those ones are prettier.
Hugo, we have to keep moving.
Wait, come here.
What?
It will protect you, and it's pretty too.
Oh. All right.
Now we can go.
Thank you, Hugo.
You're
So
welcome.
that is another one of our collectibles in this game. You can see it's been added to our codex. So there are 13 flowers in the game. And you can wear the flower in your hair for the rest of the chapter once you find it. So you just get a nice little pop of color in an otherwise very dreary and depressing world, which is kind of nice. And again, before you move forward and go through the door, make sure you go to the end of hallways and dead ends. From this point forward, exploring dead ends is probably worth it, whereas before, with it being so linear and story-based, we kind of just carried on through the story. Caught up to the monk here. Hopefully he can help us.
Father,
You again. I told you to
just
leave.
a moment. Just a...
You have no idea. Leave while you still can.
Please! Someone has to help us. Do it for him at least.
The Robert de Rune, coat of arms.
We are his children. We are looking for Laurentius, the doctor. Do you know him?
Yes, I know him. And I know he used to look after your family. He spoke of you. I am Father Thomas. Your presence here is not a good sign.
The Inquisition. They came and they...
I can imagine. But what is happening here is far worse. You must leave immediately, or you will die.
Father, the villagers wanted to kill us.
Oh, they're mad. Oh, Laurentius. No, I cannot leave the church, but an exit through the crypt of the Three Saints. It may not be too late. I shall try to put you on the path to Laurentius's farm, but after that, may God watch over you. All seems calm for the moment. Come. Above all, be sure to stay in the light.
Father, why are there crosses on the village doors? Is it really the plague?
It started with bites during the night. Then the sickness spread. First in families, then to everyone. Fever, boils. People started dying. And when we finally found out where it came from, it was already too late.
And where did it come from?
We're nearly there. Brother Morel should be here. We are the last two remaining.
Creepy.
Brother Morel. Stay here. Brother Morel. Brother?
What is the matter? Father?
No.
No!
that is why this game is called A Plague Tale. The rats.
We're eating Amicia.
The rats.
Where did they come from? How can there be so many of them?
Yeah, this is pretty nasty. Now, I'm just happy that with all those candles going out, our torch didn't go out. I call that an extreme stroke of luck, because otherwise we would have been rat food too.
It's a nightmare.
We have to get back outside, Amicia.
I know. Keep moving. It's a monk.
Ooh, he has no legs.
We're going to have to climb up. I'll have to put the torch down.
No, please.
Calm down. There's a torch holder. We'll still have light.
But then what?
So the rest of this chapter is basically just going to be tutorial for how it is that we can get through rats. And obviously, they hate the light.
Understand why there are so many fire.
So when you light a stick, you want to be very, very, very quick,
The wood will burn quickly. We
because
have to hurry.
sticks will only burn for a certain amount of time.
Go away.
Calm
And
down,
when
Hugo.
you're
The light will
walking with
protect us,
Hugo,
alright?
you go extra slow. Because for some reason, you always have to
That's their
be
plague.
ducked
The priest
and
spoke of a way
moving
out
slowly.
through
I'm
the
not
crypt.
sure why. I would be in a hurry to get out of that rat nest ASAP if it were me.
Amicia, the three statues.
The crypt of the three saints. It's the exit the father spoke of. We have to
So
find
we're
another
gonna
way.
go over to the right, but before you do that, make sure you just come on over here to the left and grab a few of these crafting materials. Once again, just keeping an eye out. But being careful. You obviously don't want to become rat food, but you can creep right to the corners of the
I'll
light.
give you a hand.
Right.
And if we look up, we can see that there is a breakable thing here with our sling, which will give us some more light. It's perfect.
Eaten them all.
Try not to look. We can't do anything for them now.
It's horrible.
I know. Come on.
And in this room, we're going to go up the ladder because there's
Come on,
nothing we
get
can
up
do
there.
at the moment.
All right.
Grab some rocks and anything else that you can see while you're upstairs. There should be some crafting stuff up here. I mean, it's pretty fortunate that the rats can't climb because there really is not a lot of light up here. You know, you think that this would be dark enough for them to start gnawing on us if they were up here with us. So now we have
We'll pass at
a
the same time.
swinging brazier, which is really
I'll go
nice.
first.
Yes.
Now for this next part, if you want, you can leave Hugo here or you can bring him with you. It should be fine to bring him with us. We're gonna jump through the window in the middle quickly. And this place is a gold mine of collectible items, so you'll definitely want to come in here.
What is it? Can we use it on the rats?
No. It smells of beer. They must
That
have brewed
item
it.
there, the brew, is part of our curiosities collection, so you'll also want to be sure to pick that up. So we're getting a very, very nice collection of materials. Some are more rare than others. I find alcohol and saltpeter and those kinds of things you run into much more often than you're going to find cloth, leather, and cord.
They're making too much noise. Too much noise.
Hugo.
I
calm
agree with
down.
Hugo. That would be awful to listen to. And then up the stairs, you can see we have a workbench. So at this point, the only upgrades that we can get are for our pockets or to make ourselves more quiet. I 100% recommend getting the pocket upgrades because we're gonna run across more
We should make
materials
things a
than we
little
can
easier.
hold, and every single material counts. You do not want to waste them.
No rats. Oh no! No!
Into the light, quickly!
I don't see any torches. How can we... what are we going to do?
So there's some hanging hams.
That seems to keep them busy.
Are you sure?
And fortunately, food is also a great distraction for these rats, so we can just shoot down those hams and it'll keep them busy long enough. Which is kind of shocking to me, because you'd think they would chew through those hams in like 2 seconds and come after us, but
Down there, the 3 seconds.
I'm not going to give the rats any ideas. I'm just going to be happy that they're there and carry on.
Alright, let's be careful. We'll be safe if we go that way.
Don't fall. Don't fall.
We won't fall. Hold my hand tight.
So once again, this area, I'm not really saying much because there isn't much to say. It's all fairly straightforward.
That torch.
There's a hole in the grating.
I'll lift this up. Can you get the torch?
Everything in this game is laid out so that it's easy to
It's
see.
heavy. Hugo,
Which kind of feels nice as a player, because you're never stuck very long in one area. You're not really stuck on puzzles. It's all pretty smooth.
Are you alright?
Yes. Stay where you are. The ground is rotten.
Amicia, how am I going to get back?
We'll find a way. Don't worry. As long as you have the torch, you'll be safe.
But what about you?
We'll move together. That way, the light coming through the grating will protect me too. Ready?
Ready?
Here we go then. Slowly.
You can get eaten here if you're not careful, so you really do want to just stick really, really close to the gate. Otherwise your foot might get chewed on.
Do you want the torch?
Yes, there are too many rats on my side.
But where can I get through?
The hole behind you. That's the only way I can see. Go through there and I'll meet you on the other side.
Are you sure?
Just stop if you see rats. I'll be with you very quickly.
Alright, but
Alright,
please hurry.
Hugo. You can use the torch holder to get up over this threshold, but I believe there's some collectibles over in this corner. There's some supplies under these corpses, I think. Aha, yes. I believe I saw those when we came in. Cord and leather, definitely a few good ones to pick up. You want to make sure you grab those. I think that's all there is in this room. Unfortunately, because it's a torch, it's not going to go out. It's not a stick, so you have free reign of the entire room if there's anything you've missed. And that's why it's so important to check everything before you move on, because as you can see now that I've jumped over, there's no way for me to go back. Even though I think she probably could jump back.
Hugo! What's going on? Hugo! Talk to me! Come on! Come on!
Amicia, up here!
Hugo! Are you alright?
There were rats. I ran to the light.
Did they bite you?
I found a ladder, but there are rats.
I'll open the way through for you. We're going to get you down from
So
there.
we're gonna make a trail
Calm down,
of braziers here.
You're fine. You're fine.
But before we go forward, we're actually gonna go back. And we're gonna go right into this little side room here. You should have enough time to collect everything without getting eaten, so just slowly make your way through. Again, remembering that sticks burn really, really quickly, so just be careful. But at this point, the game is pretty forgiving. There's not really a lot here that requires really, really tight timing. You can get through this pretty easily. Later on in the game, obviously, it gets a little bit more difficult in that regard.
Perfect. Thank you.
Alright, I gotta go back for another stick. And the sticks never run out, fortunately. If they're in a big bundle like that, they're infinite, so take your time. Use as many sticks as you need to. Once you light all of these, you should have a clear-cut path through the entire room. And then you've also got a pile of sticks on this side.
You can come down now. Sorry, I shouldn't have left you alone. It's too risky.
That's alright.
And then before we go back, I'm just gonna leave Hugo right there. He's safe in the light. He won't move. He'll be a good boy. He'll behave himself. He doesn't want to get eaten. I'm gonna climb up here, and this is our last collectible.
A tabard from the Crusades.
And then on this ledge, we've got more stuff. And we've got a tool, which is really important, because you can't actually upgrade things at any of your upgrade stations without the tool.
It's alright, you can come.
Yes, yes.
Now that we're with Hugo, we're gonna move a bit slower, but we can still get through here. And I'm just kind of checking around now before I go, just to make sure that I didn't leave anything behind. I can see there's something glowing on the other side of that bed that I'll make sure to get on my way out. I think I've been pretty thorough so far, though. And I can't even pick it up. Look at that. That's how thorough I've been. We're actually full up on some of our supplies already. And that is with the pocket upgrade as well, mind you.
The crypt. Oh, thank you. We can get out
I
of
can
here
see
now.
light.
Yes.
Precious light. All right. So you have another upgrade table in front of you. I would actually recommend skipping the upgrade for now. If you want to make the most of your playthrough and trying to get all your upgrades at once, we will probably be shooting for yet another pocket upgrade. But you play the game the way that you want. It is, of course, up to you. But I'm going to keep my tool. I'm going to skip it for now, and we're just going to go
Go on,
forward.
climb up.
Yes.
Don't think there's any more supplies in this chapter either.
Oh, what's that on the ground?
Should we go anyway?
Yes, we've managed to get this far. We'll be fine. Just stay close.
I love the change of music here
What's
to
that
match
stuff in your
the
voice?
environment.
I don't know.
This is just so disgusting. What even is this stuff? Oh.
They did that.
You think so?
Yes, we're in their nest.
So they're going to be even more angry?
And you can see there's bodies and skulls and people entwined in these walls. Oh, it's so gross.
Alicia, you mustn't touch the walls.
Yeah, it's burning my throat.
If you never thought about how disgusting rats are, you're gonna think about it now.
Over there, light.
We're literally gonna head for the light at the end of the tunnel.
Run, Hugo.
Run, run, run. Don't stop. Oh, thank God. We made it. Today we're not gonna be rat food.
We did it. We did it. We did it.
I have never been so happy to see sunlight in all of my life.
I want to see Mommy.
Me too, buddy.
I don't want her to be dead.
Hugo.
We're doing pretty well on our
I
own,
want her
but
to come back.
maybe he's finally trusting that Amicia is telling him the truth, which is pretty sad. So we're gonna let these two just kind of comfort each other and take a moment. And after this cutscene, we are gonna head into chapter 4, I want to thank you all so very much for watching that very stressful trip through the church, and hopefully I will see you all next time.